Buenas tardes y bienvenidos de nuevo a nuestra edición de Puratos en Contacto. Muchas gracias a los que nos están viendo. Saludos a toda Latinoamérica y algunas partes de Australia y Europa donde ya se han conectado y nos avisan que están siguiendo nuestra transmisión. Hoy nuevamente, hace 7 días exactamente, les hablamos de cómo hacer su masa madre. Cómo hacer una tradición diferente a través de la masa madre y cómo aprovechar los días que estamos en casa para hacer un pan fresco todos los días. Para eso invitamos a nuestra embajadora de masa madre global, Morgan Clemenson, quien estuvo con nosotros la semana pasada y hoy también está aquí con nosotros desde Australia para hablarnos cómo hacer panes con masa madre. Hola Morgan, ¿cómo estás? Hi Morgan.
Hola, good morning or good afternoon over there. How are you today?
Morgan nos está saludando, para ella son las 9:30 de la mañana ahora en Australia y hoy está con nosotros listos para compartir más recetas de masa madre. Yes, we're ready to share more recipes about sourdough breads.
Definitely. So good morning everybody. I really hope that you're all happy to be here today. I have for you, I hope you've all been feeding your sourdoughs at home.
La pregunta de Morgan es si ustedes han estado alimentando, ¿se acuerdan la tarea que damos la semana pasada, alimentando la masa madre que prepararon? Por favor, escríbanos y contáctenos y cuéntenos si la han estado alimentando.
Yeah, so I have here, this is my sourdough that I've actually had for 4 years that we talked about before. And today I've got it nice and ready for you and I'm going to show you guys how to make some beautiful breads.
Hoy Morgan nos va a estar compartiendo cómo con esta masa madre que ella ha trabajado en Australia podemos hacer un espectacular pan de masa madre. Wow.
Can you see? Yes. So
great.
The first thing you need to do, a nice one. You like that one?
Nos pregunta Morgan que si nos gusta ese pan que acabamos de ver. Definitivamente nos gusta. So, people like it and people want to make it.
Okay, perfect. So the first thing you need to do is you need to get a few things ready. Okay, so the first thing we're going to need to have is we need to have our sourdough that has been fed the night before. So always feed it extra. So if you have 100 grams of sourdough, 100 grams of flour, and 100 grams of water.
Ok, lo que necesitamos es varios ingredientes y entre ellos masa madre, la masa madre que alimentemos el día anterior. Lo que pasa es que esta vez vamos a alimentarla el doble y le vamos a poner 100 gramos de harina, 100 gramos de masa madre y 350 gramos de agua.
Yeah, so then you leave it overnight and this morning it should look very nice and bubbly like this.
Ok, lo dejamos toda la noche y en la mañana se ve tan bien como lo estamos viendo con las burbujas y con la apariencia que nos está mostrando Morgan.
And to remind you how to actually, you can put it in some hot water. You can put just a little piece in some hot water and if it floats then it means that it's ready.
Y para aquellos que estuvieron con nosotros la semana pasada, se recuerdan que Morgan nos contó de cómo hacer un test para probar que la masa madre estaba lista, es agarrar agua caliente, poner un poquito de masa madre y dejar que flote. So we have to see it floating, right?
That's right. So it's a good idea to make sure your sourdough is ready before you're going to use it in your dough.
Ok, es muy importante antes de iniciar a hacer el pan asegurarse que la masa madre está lista y la mejor forma y más sencilla de hacerla es con este test que Morgan nos contaba.
All right. What you're also going to need, if you have a mixer, that would be fantastic. If you have a home table mixer. If you don't, you can also mix with your hands, and I'll show you a little bit how to do that today as well.
Ok, podemos tener una batidora y si no tenemos una batidora, Morgan nos va a enseñar cómo mezclar con la masa, cómo mezclar con las manos la masa. Yep.
All right. Then you're also going to need to have some flour.
Necesitamos tener harina.
Harina. Yes. Now, just to
Harina.
explain to you a little bit today, I'm actually using harina. Yes. I'm using a very special flour today, something that's very important to me. I like to use flour. Like to use organic flour. The flour that I'm using actually has a special story. This one is actually from Australia. We actually know it's about connecting the baker with the farmer, with the miller, with the community.
Ok, Morgan está usando un tipo de harina que es orgánica, cuyo origen es de Australia y tiene una historia de artesanos muy peculiar. Ella nos está hablando que esa es la harina que usa hoy, pero nosotros podemos usar en Costa Rica o en algún lugar, el países de Centroamérica o Latinoamérica donde nos estén viendo, harina dura que encontremos en el mercado.
Because as you know, here in Australia, we had the bushfires just recently. So it's important I find it important to definitely connect with the community, and especially during these times to support the local farmers.
Ok, lo que Morgan nos cuenta es en Australia hay una comunidad que tiene esta harina y ellos, o ella particularmente, para apoyar a esta comunidad, usa ese tipo de harina.
So what we're going to do now is we're going to put in 500 grams of harina.
Vamos a poner 500 gramos de harina.
Then we're going to put in here 300 grams of water to begin with, which is around 60% in baker's terms.
Vamos a poner 500 gramos de harina, 350 gramos de agua, que es el 70%.
Yeah, and then we're gonna put this in the mixer, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna do what's called an autolyse.
Ok, vamos a poner la harina, 10 gramos de sal, 100 gramos de masa madre. Can we put honey to this mix?
Yeah, so you need to
Can we put honey?
Ready here already for you. Yeah, they need to mix it until it's just together. It doesn't need, all the flour is in with the water.
Ok, mezclamos el agua y la harina hasta que se incorpore.
The reason we do this is because it gives a chance for the flour to absorb the water. It actually gives better mixing and also can release a lot of the nutrients and the aroma from inside the flour.
Lo que hacemos es mezclar el agua y la harina para que se adhiera bien y el sabor sea mejor y también tengamos una mejor crujencia.
So basically here, I'm just going to show you, I'm just mixing it until it's combined. I'm going to show you also what I'm doing here. If your flour is quite strong, you can definitely add at least another 50 grams of water here.
Si la harina es muy fuerte, podemos agregar 50 gramos más de agua, lo que nos daría 400 gramos de agua.
My flour here in Australia is 14% protein, so it's very, very strong.
La harina que está usando Morgan es australiana y es muy, muy fuerte, por eso ya tuve que agregarle más agua.
So here I'm going to show you, I just have the dough ready here. So this is just combined. And now what I need to do is I need to rest this now just for 1 hour, just outside. I just put a cover on it. Yeah, and I will rest this now for 1 hour outside.
Lo que Morgan está haciendo es cubriendo el tazón y dejándolo a un lado que crezca por 1 hora. 1 hour, right? Separately.
1 hour outside. You can keep it in the mixer like this, but if you're going to be busy a little bit like me today, we're going to need to use this mixer again. So you can take it out, you can put it in a bowl like this, and then you can keep it in the fridge, then you can put a cover on it, just like I'm going to do now. You can put a cover on it, and you can actually leave this in the fridge overnight if you want, to the day before, or in your kitchen.
Lo que Morgan nos dice es, la podemos dejar en la batidora o la podemos cubrir el tazón y ponerlo en la refrigeradora y tenerlo ahí desde un día antes.
So as I said, I have one already ready here. Now I'm going to show you first how to do the hand mixing, because not all of you may have a kitchen top mixer at home.
Okay. Morgan ya tiene ahí preparada una masa, entonces ella nos va a enseñar cómo mezclarlo a mano por aquellos que no tienen una batidora en casa.
Yeah, so what I have here, these are my ingredients. I have them already weighed for you. So the first ingredient I have here is some salt. I'm using some special Himalayan pink salt, but you can use any kind of salt that you have.
Ok, Morgan tiene ya listos los ingredientes. Ahí tiene sal que va a agregar.
And I have here 10 grams of salt. So I have 500 grams of flour. I have about 350 grams of water. I have 10 grams of salt.
Ok, lo que está mezclando es 500 gramos de harina, 2% o 10 gramos de sal, 100 gramos de masa madre y 350 gramos de agua.
Yeah, and so this is the masa madre. This is 100 grams, which is equivalent to around 20% sourdough. Now you can start with this. If you find that you want to add more, you can always add more or less.
Podemos comenzar con eso. Ella está agregando un 20% de masa madre. Si queremos agregar más, podemos agregar más, pero esa es la recomendación que nos da Morgan.
And now what I'm going to do, so I have my dough here. I'm just going to start to fold it in. I might put it over this way so you can see. And I'm just going to start to fold. It's going to be a little bit messy because, like I said, this is hand mixing. We're just going to fold it all inside. And then I'm going to add a little bit of honey. I like a little bit of sugar for my sourdough to feed on, and I like a little bit of sweetness in my bread.
Morgan va a empezar a doblar el pan, o sea, la masa, y a empezar a hacer como dobleces, y también va a agregar 10 gramos de miel porque le gusta ponerle un poco de dulce a la base o a la masa madre. Entonces le está agregando un 2% de miel o 10 gramos de miel.
So like I said, you can start just to fold it inside like this. It really helps with the auto leaves because your dough is already a little bit developed.
Ok, tenemos que doblar la masa, irla doblando, incorporando para que se incorporen todos los ingredientes.
And then once I put it on the bench, I can do what's called a slap and fold, where I fold it over like this. I slap it on the table and I fold it over. And by doing this, I actually am able to create the nice gluten development. But because I'm lucky, I have a mixer.
Morgan lo que hace es ir golpeando la masa sobre algún borde como para ir dándole forma, como ustedes lo están viendo.
It's a very nice
y que se incorporen más los ingredientes.
It feels really nice, Evelyn, when you can hand mix a dough. It's actually a really nice feeling. It's very rewarding when you actually get it right.
Es la sección de mezclar la masa con las manos es lo que Morgan nos está diciendo.
Yeah. So now I'm going to mix that, and when I mix that,
es muy.
Sorry.
Don't worry, it's okay.
Okay. So now, just to show you, I would normally mix that now for 3 minutes on second speed and around 5 minutes on 3 minutes on first speed and around 5 minutes on second speed until I have a very nice dough development.
Si lo hacemos en la batidora, vamos a mezclar 3 minutos en la velocidad 1, luego 5 minutos en velocidad 2 y 26 minutos en velocidad media.
Yeah. And when my dough is finished, I'm going to put it into a bowl and I'm going to cover it up once again. I like to use shower caps because we're trying to save a little bit, and you can reuse them over and over again and you can wash them.
Lo que hacemos es cuando terminó de mezclarse o tenemos la mezcla lista, la ponemos en un tazón y lo que Morgan usa para cubrirla es el gorro de baño para evitar desechar más plástico y con eso cubre el tazón, lo lava obviamente y así estamos ayudando a no tener tantos desperdicios.
Okay. So then you have here, you'll have your dough and you leave it outside for around 2 hours. And you need it to double. You can even put a little line on the bowl and you can see and you can watch that it doubles in size.
Okay, lo que ocupamos ver es que hayan burbujas adentro, entonces podemos estar observando cómo se ve el tazón adentro y cómo se ve nuestra masa madre. Para aquellos que tienen preguntas, por favor, no duden en contactarnos a través de nuestras redes. Estamos en Facebook, en Instagram y también si ustedes quieren volver a ver este video, lo pueden ver en nuestro canal de YouTube de Puratos Centroamérica.
Okay, so once this has been resting, I need to then divide my dough. So don't mind if the noise is a little bit too much on the mixer, let me know, but I will finish mixing that dough if it's okay.
Ok, debemos batir y mezclar en el tazón y doblar cada 45 minutos.
It's okay?
Yep. Si hay preguntas, por favor, preguntarnos.
So now what I'm going to do, you can watch on this screen here, I'm going to put some flour on the bench. Then I'm going to take this dough and I'm going to put it onto my bench here, just like so. So I put the dough on here and you can see it's nicely fermented. I put a little bit of flour on top, a little bit of flour on the bench here.
Ok, si alguien tiene preguntas, creo que no hay preguntas. Lo que está haciendo Morgan es poner la masa encima de la pesa y agregar más harina.
Okay, and then I'm gonna
Yep.
break them evenly in half. So this one is 425, and then this one is 425. Both of them are the same weight.
Lo que va a hacer Morgan es partir la masa en partes iguales y prepararse para hacer pequeñas o diferentes presentaciones de pan.
Okay. Then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to start to do what's called a pre-shape. So what's important is you need to do a pre-shape because this will help you in shaping the final shape. And it's also a way to knock all the gas out, so then all the sugars and the yeast and everything inside can start to activate again. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to start to shape it. You go 1, 2, 3. I don't know if you can see on this screen over here. And then you go again. 1, 2. And then you should have a nice firm top. When you're there, try not to get too much flour on your bench and just to turn around like this. And we make it nice and round. This is called the pre-shape. I do the same again here. 1, 2, 3. I turn around again. 1, 2, 3. And then I make it round. So with these two pieces, I'm actually going to put them onto a cloth here. I'll show you. Just like this. I put this one down here. I put this one next to it. And now I'm going to rest this for another 1 hour at least on the bench.
Okay.
Can you hear me,
La
Evelyn?
forma en la que Morgan nos... Yes, I can hear you. Sorry. It's kilometers.
¿Qué es
A muchos kilómetros de distancia. Bueno, lo que Morgan nos explicaba es cómo doblar la masa y ahora lo que ella va a dejar es, como nos mostró toda la forma de cortar y preparar la masa, cómo lo va a dejar para que crezca. 1 hour, you said, right?
Yeah, 1 hour, because because you're working, the difference is today, guys, is you're actually working with sourdough. And when you're working with sourdough, you need to remember that everything is going to take a lot more time.
¿Ok? Por 1 hora, y cuando trabajamos con masa madre, casi que todo necesita más tiempo para crecer y para desarrollarse y formarse.
Yeah, the reason for that, it's actually very important. It helps because it has more time. It's actually much healthier for you. And at the moment, we need to really stay healthy and pay attention to our diets. So that's why sourdough is very important.
Ok, es por eso muy importante el tiempo que le dejemos a la masa madre crecer, porque eso va a ayudarnos a tener un producto de mejor calidad y definitivamente más saludable, que es lo que buscamos en este momento.
So because you leave it with a lot more time, you actually allow that the gluten will start to disintegrate. And therefore, it's much easier for people, especially with gluten intolerances or gluten sensitivity, are actually able to then eat the sourdough without a problem because how the breakdown of all the gluten.
Lo que nos comenta Morgan es que dado este tiempo que estamos dejando la masa afuera y la masa madre desarrollarse, tenemos el proceso que ayuda a que la digestión o a la digestión de este tipo de pan sea mejor, porque se rompen las moléculas de gluten y esto ayuda a que las personas que tienen algún tipo de sensibilidad al gluten no se vean afectadas y puedan consumir este tipo de pan.
So what I have here now is I have ready for you 2 pieces of dough that I've been leaving out for now for 1 hour. These are pre-shaped.
Como pueden ver, estas son 2 piezas de pan, 2 piezas de masa que Morgan ya había formado y que tienen 1 hora de estar afuera.
And what I'm going to do with those is I'm actually going to make 2 shapes for you today.
Lo que va a hacer Morgan es hacer dos formas o dos tipos de pan con estas masas que ella había trabajado antes.
All right. So now what I've done here is not everybody will have bannetons at home, I'm sure. It's quite, so what I've done here is I have a bowl, yeah, and I have a piece of cloth. This is some nice linen an offcut that I've used, and I'm able to also use that to put my bread in.
Lo que Morgan está haciendo es usando un sartén, una cacerola, se puede usar, y lo que está usando es una tela de lino y con eso la va a tapar.
Yeah. So because as I said, at the moment we're doing what we can with what we have, and I found that last night I did a test and this works perfect for those at home.
Okay. La idea de estos Puratos en Contacto es darles soluciones a ustedes de cosas que tengan en casa, y definitivamente ayer Morgan hizo la prueba y sirvió perfecto.
So what I'm going to do here is I just got a little bit of rye flour. I have what's called here, I have a tea strainer. I don't know if you guys might have one of these at home. It's a tea strainer. And I'm actually just going to dust the flour onto the cloth.
Morgan tiene harina de centeno y lo que está haciendo es poniéndolo en una cuchara de las que se usan para poner té en polvo y con eso decorar el pan.
So now I have these 2 ready. It's important to always try to be as organized as you can. Yeah.
Ahora tiene estos 2 listos y la organización es muy importante, y cómo estemos acomodados y cómo nuestro lugar de trabajo esté acomodado.
Okay, so the first one I'm going to make here is the one for the round bowl I have here. And what I'm going to do, just pat it down just a little bit. Sorry, I'll just move that. You pat it down just a little bit. And just like before, you go 1, 2, 3. You turn it over and you do the same. 1, 2, 3. And when you get here, you need to make it round. Now, you need to be a little bit gentle so you don't break too much of the skin, well, the top of the dough. But you also need to get it so you have quite a bit of force on top.
Ok, ahí Morgan nos estaba explicando cómo darle forma, los golpes y la forma de hacerlo suave para no quebrar o romper la masa y que no quede la forma que estamos buscando.
So yeah, so now you feel, sorry, we've got the clock in the background here. It's 10 o'clock here now in Australia. Nice and sunny day, by the way.
10 de la mañana en Australia y ahí está el tiempo y nos está diciendo que es un día sunny day, un día de sol, pero no pueden ir a la playa. You cannot go to the beach.
No, the beach at the moment, the situation here is we are in lockdown. We have to only go out if we need medical attention or if we have to get essentials from the shop. And all visits to people's houses are limited to 2 persons.
Okay. Lo que Morgan nos estaba diciendo es las personas no pueden salir, ellos siguen en toque de queda y solo pueden salir para revisiones médicas o para compras al supermercado o a la farmacia.
Yeah. So I'm happy to be here with you guys today. So thank you for having me on.
Entonces Morgan dice que está súper feliz de estar hoy aquí, así que gracias por haberse conectado hoy a nuestra tercera edición de Puratos en Contacto.
Perfect. So here you go. Now I put it in the bowl, just like so, but I put it with the bottom facing up. So here is the seam. This is the bottom of the bread on the top, because tomorrow, well, when we bake tomorrow, we turn it over before baking.
Ok, esto le vamos a dar vuelta antes de hornearlo, entonces es importante que lo coloquen en la forma como Morgan nos estaba mostrando.
So now what I'm going to do is I just put the cover over the top like this, and I'm going to put this one with the other one in the fridge in 1 minute. I'm going to first show you how to make the next one.
Ok, ella va a poner esto en la refrigeradora, pero antes nos va a mostrar la segunda o la otra masa, la forma que vamos a darle.
This one is a little bit different. I pat it down just so it's flat.
Esta es un poco diferente, la corté un poco para que sea más plano.
And then I put my thumb in the middle, just like so. And I want to break it, so then I can actually start to do this.
Ella puso su palma en el centro para poderlo aplastar y hacerlo más redondo. Y veamos la demostración como ella nos está mostrando.
To make it, I put a little bit of rye flour on top, and then I actually close the seam again. So I'm going to try to turn it around this way. What I'm doing is I'm actually closing it to create a very nice rustic style look on the top of the bread.
Lo que ella está haciendo es para dar un estilo muy rústico del pan y la forma, y más que todo el estilo rústico en la parte de arriba del pan.
Yeah, and then I get my container here, and see, I put it with the open part. I have the open part. This one, I put the seam down, because when I bake it, I want the seam to be open, and I want it to be nice and crack on the top.
Ella lo está haciendo así porque quiere que sea crujiente en la parte de arriba.
Okay, and so what I'm going to do here is I can also just sprinkle a little bit of flour on top so it doesn't dry too much on the bottom. And also
está poniendo un poco de harina en la parte de arriba para que no se seque. Okay.
Yeah, I put a cover on these. So I have a cover and a cover, and I'm going to put these in the fridge now. You can leave them outside maybe for 1 hour is a good idea. Just let them rise quite a little bit to the top. So I leave these outside for just 1 hour, and then I'm going to put them in the fridge overnight.
Ok, esto lo va a dejar afuera por 1 hora y lo mete en la refrigeradora por una noche o la noche anterior que va a hornear el pan.
Okay, so once they are in the fridge, I have to go to my fridge here, and here I have one ready. This one's actually
Okay, y
been
ahora ella está sacando el que dejó listo anoche del refrigerador y es el que va a preparar ahorita.
And then what you do is you take it out and you leave it in the ambient temperature for approximately around 1 hour, maybe 2 hours, until it starts to feel not too cold. You want it to be around, I say around 10 degrees before you bake it. So this one is already 15 degrees because I already took it out this morning for a couple of hours to be ready for you today.
Okay, lo que Morgan hace es lo saca de la refrigeradora y lo deja por 1 hora o hasta que tenga 10 grados de temperatura para que esté listo a hornear.
Did we have any questions so far, by the way, Evelyn?
¿Hay preguntas o dudas que quieran hacernos sobre lo que hemos estado hablando de los panes con masa madre? Por favor, pregúntenos. So far, no. Let me just double check.
Lo que Morgan
No,
está haciendo es usando
no, no.
sobre
Ok, lo que nos vuelven a preguntar es...
masa madre, por favor, pregúntanos.
No.
So far, no. Let me just double check.
They're asking why using 100 grams of sourdough instead of 200.
So 100 grams of sourdough is for 500 grams of flour. If you have 1 kilo of sourdough, then I would use 200 grams of sourdough. So that's why it's 20%.
Ok, lo que Morgan dice es, necesitamos usar 100 gramos de masa madre o el 20% porque estamos usando 500 gramos de harina. Si usamos 1 kilo de harina, sí definitivamente podemos usar 200 gramos de masa madre. Ok, that's
But
the
you
only
can
question.
always adjust. You can always adjust. If you want to use more sourdough or less sourdough, it's really a feeling.
Ok, si se quiere usar más o menos masa madre, es un tema de percepción, de sentimientos y de ir probando la masa y ver cómo nos va quedando.
So now what I have here is I have a piece of baking paper. I have my
Ok, lo que tiene aquí,
like I said, sorry.
Lo que tiene Morgan ahí es un papel para hornear o puede ser, you can use wax paper too.
Yeah. Wax paper. Something I just use the wax baking paper because then I can maneuver it around a lot better. Some people just put this straight into the bottom, but I find it much easier to first put on the baking paper and then I put to be able to put in my oven.
Ok, Morgan lo usa en un papel para hornear, ella lo pone de base y ahí es donde va a colocar la masa.
So then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little bit of this flour on the paper just so it doesn't stick. Sometimes if a bread will stick to the bottom of the paper, when it bakes, it actually jumps up and you get a lot of cracking on the side because it's sticking to the paper on the bottom.
Ok, lo que ella hace es ponerlo en ese papel para que cuando la masa salte, eso le dé una crujencia mayor a la parte de arriba porque está pegado al papel.
Then what I'm going to do, so I have this bread here, I'm actually just going to turn it over onto my piece of paper and I lift it up. I have a hairnet. I use hairnets in my bannetons because I find that the hairnets you can reuse and they also don't stick so much. They stick a little bit, but not so much if you flour them well.
Ahorita lo que está haciendo Morgan es darle vuelta a la masa en el papel.
So this here is my bread, just to show you. Okay, so it's nice and round. You see that when you put your finger in, it bounces back. If your finger actually goes in and leaves an indent inside, that means it's most likely a little bit overproofed.
Okay. Ahí nos está mostrando cómo queda la masa y por qué hay que poner el dedo para que no se expanda la masa y se mantenga la forma que queremos darle.
So what I'm going to use now is I actually have what I have here, a stencil. It's just, I get it from my local craft shop. This one's made of paper, but you can get them made of plastic. Or
Okay.
you can even use here.
Lo que ella nos está enseñando es un stencil que se lo hicieron localmente con las formas que uno quiera. Esto casi siempre hay productores locales que nos los pueden hacer dependiendo de cómo queramos decorar el pan.
Or you can get creative. You can use things like this with holes inside. You can use the things a little bit like this as well if you wanted. If you have one of these in your kitchen, you can also use. There's all different ways to be able to create some different kind of look on top.
Y lo que nos dice Morgan es, podemos ser tan creativos como queramos, tenemos un montón de implementos en la cocina que podemos utilizar para decorar. Ahí ella nos está mostrando la rejilla o la base que se usa en el horno, que también se puede usar como decoración.
I even seen some people, they use leaves from the trees as well. That's something that looks really nice as well.
Morgan lo que dice es que ella ha visto panaderos o personas que pueden decorar con hojas de los árboles y la verdad que da un acabado muy bonito en un pan.
So then what I'm going to do is I have my rye flour again, and I'm just going to dust on top like so.
Que pueden decorar.
Just dust gently on top.
You have also a bird.
Yeah, I'm in Australia. We have thousands of birds, I'm afraid. We wake up to the sound of kookaburras every morning.
Lo que Morgan nos está contando es que ella está en Australia y todos los días los levantan muchos pájaros que están cerca de su casa. Ahí ella está decorando con con la cuchara donde se echa el té en polvo y se sirve sobre agua caliente.
Now what we're going to do here is we're going to get this is my blade. You can even use the little blades you can get at the supermarket, but something to be able to cut your bread with, to open your bread with, sorry.
Morgan está cortando o abriendo, más que cortando el pan o la masa con una navajilla o cuchilla que puede conseguirse en el supermercado, o si no, también usted puede preguntarle a su asesor de Puratos, porque nosotros a veces también tenemos.
Now what we're going to do is I'm actually going to make what's called the scoring on top. I'm going to do a very simple one today. I'm just going to go all the way down the middle. Sometimes you need to go back across a little bit. I'm going to go and shut the door so you can make the birds a little bit more quiet. 1 minute.
Morgan va a hacer un corte con la navajilla y va a empezar del centro para abajo, que es como un corte medio.
There we go. That should be better.
Y ahorita fue a cerrar la puerta para no oír los pájaros que estaban queriendo ser parte del show.
So you can leave it just like this, or you can make some more little cuts on the side. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, just like I've done actually on this one here. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave it just like this. Yeah, I'm just going to do one cut through the middle, and then I'm going to I have here my Dutch oven. So this is called a Dutch oven in English. You could maybe a
cacerola.
Cacerola, that's right.
Cacerola o sartén o olla.
I have it in the oven for
Morgan va a meter ese pan en lo que ella ya... en lo que ella le llama un horno Dutch y es lo que nosotros llamaríamos una cacerola en español, que ya está caliente y precalentado con anterioridad, y ahí es donde va a poner el pan.
And I have it in the oven for around half an hour before I'm going to use it. And now I'm just going to gently put this bread inside the dish. Try not to touch the sides if you can, because it's very hot.
Ok, ella puso la cacerola, el sartén o la olla 30 minutos antes en el horno para que estuviera caliente, y ahora vamos a meter la masa con mucho cuidado porque está obviamente muy caliente.
So now I'm going to put this in the oven at 250 degrees for around 20 minutes. For the first time, I put the timer on 20 minutes.
Ahora lo va a poner en el horno a 250 grados durante 20 minutos.
And then after 20 minutes, I'm actually going to take the lid off. And then I get the color. So the first 20 minutes is just for the importance to keep all the steam inside of the pot, which creates that beautiful crust on the outside.
Los primeros 20 minutos es para que el vapor cocine la masa, y luego los 20 minutos va a quitar la tapa para dar color al pan.
And then after the 20 minutes, I take the lid off and I let all the steam come out, and then I'm able to get my color. So I leave it in there for the next 10 minutes or until you have the right color that you would like on your bread.
Ok, después de estos 20 minutos ya el vapor cocinó la masa, quitamos la tapa y vemos el color que queremos dejar, y lo dejamos por 10 minutos o el tiempo que consideremos necesario.
So that's how you make a beautiful sourdough. It was very simple. Like I said, just to refresh your memory, it was just flour, water, salt, sourdough, and honey.
Ok, y así es como hacemos un delicioso pan de masa madre, muy sencillo. Harina, agua, sal y miel.
Yeah, that's correct. And of course, you need to have leave a lot of time and have a lot of patience.
Ok, y lo que Morgan nos aconseja es mucho tiempo, paciencia y pasión. You should learn this word, paciencia. Passion is passion,
yeah,
patience, paciencia.
Yes, but sourdough has been around for thousands of years. There's so many different countries have their own special sourdough, their special sourdough story.
Masa madre ha estado por muchos años en nuestras vidas y hay muchas historias muy bonitas. De hecho, puede llamarse masa madre o fermentación natural. Morgan, hay una pregunta. There's a question, Morgan. Can we do pizza with sourdough?
Of course. Yes, of course you can. I actually made a movie with my mum on step-by-step how to make a pizza with sourdough. You follow a similar recipe. We can do that next time if you like, Evelyn.
Yes, of course. Make
All right,
pizza
perfect.
with your kids with sourdough.
Yeah, I have a little 3-year-old nephew here that I can teach how to make some sourdough pizza. We'll get back on that one.
Lo que sí podemos hacer pizza con masa madre. De hecho, es una receta muy fácil. La próxima sesión que tengamos con Morgan después de Semana Santa estaremos haciendo pizza con masa madre. Morgan tiene una sobrina de 3 años que nos estará acompañando.
So now what I want to do is I actually want to show you something else, if that's all right with you.
Yep. Ahora Morgan nos quiere enseñar algo más, si les podemos quitar 10 minutos más de su tiempo.
So some people out there at
Yep.
the moment, especially, we don't have the time because at the moment some of the bakeries are very, very busy during these times. So and sourdough, like we said, it's very much a labor of love. And sometimes one day your sourdough is amazing, and some days your sourdough is not so amazing.
Ok, Morgan nos quiere compartir algo más porque a veces nuestra masa madre es maravillosa, a veces no nos queda tan bien, a veces las panaderías están muy llenas y simplemente no podemos encontrar ese pan que queremos. Así que Morgan nos va a dar un consejo más.
So that's why we have here, I have something special to show you today. At Puratos, we actually have a really a fantastic way to make sourdough bread, which I'm sure you might have seen before in Costa Rica or in Latin America.
En Puratos tenemos una forma de simplificar la masa madre y esto muy probablemente ustedes lo han visto en algunas de otras publicaciones o comunicaciones, que es una masa madre industrialmente empacada.
Yeah, Puratos has taken the hard work out of feeding a sourdough every day and looking after it. And we've actually been able to make it here. This is called authentic durum. And as you can see here, you can see it's really alive and active. And it comes in a bag, it comes here in a 1 kilo bag. And you use it at 4% on your flour weight.
Esta es una masa madre que, como pueden ver ustedes, tiene todas las burbujas de una masa madre natural. Es una masa madre empacada en presentación de 1 kilo y básicamente lo que se usa se llama authentic durum. Se usa el 4% de authentic durum o 20 gramos para la preparación del pan de masa madre.
So what you need to actually make the ciabatta is you're actually going to need here. Once again, I have 500 grams of flour, harina.
Tenemos 500 gramos de harina fuerte.
I have here 10 grams of salt.
10 gramos de sal.
And I have here, just for 500 grams, I have 20 grams of authentic.
Y para 500 gramos tenemos 20 gramos de authentic.
This is your way to make beautiful breads, pizzas, focaccia. You can make some fantastic sourdough breads. And normally, like I said, a sourdough bread takes 24 hours. You can make the same very nice flavor and authentic Italian aroma in 3 hours.
Para hacer un pan de masa madre ocupamos 24 horas. Con authentic podemos hacer pizza, focaccia, pan de masa madre y solo en 3 horas.
Now you're going to need, the difference with ciabatta is you actually need to have around 75 to 80% agua. So you need to add your water very slowly into the mix. Start with around 60%, and then as your dough develops, you can add all the way up to 80% water, agua.
Ok, vamos a tener 500 gramos de harina fuerte, 10 gramos de sal, 20 gramos de authentic durum y 375 gramos de agua y podemos agregar, depende de lo que queramos, hasta 400 gramos de agua.
Now, because it's going to take around 10 minutes to mix this today, I'm going to show you one that I already have ready.
Como Morgan nos decía, toma solo 3 horas hacer este pan con masa madre. Entonces ella ya nos va a enseñar cómo ella lo había preparado antes y 10 minutos dura mezclándose todos estos ingredientes.
And what you're going to see here is you're going to see the dough. I'm going to lift up, and you want the dough, see it's very flexible because it's very high in water, but you also want to make sure that you have a good gluten development inside. When you do a gluten window, that you have a very nice gluten development inside, and then you need to put it into an oiled container.
Ok, lo que Morgan nos dice es debemos dejar la masa como muy flexible para ver cómo se va viendo y cómo dejamos lo que llamamos una ventana de gluten que se pueda ver a través de ella, y eso es importante para la calidad del pan.
Then what you need to do is when you put it into the container, you need to do what's called a fold. That's when you pull it up from one side, lift it up and put it into the middle, turn it around. It's like north, south, east, west, into the middle, turn again and into the middle. And this is going to trap the air bubbles inside it, inside the dough, to give you that really nice open crumb inside a ciabatta.
Ok, lo que vamos a ir haciendo es haciendo dobleces para ir logrando que la masa se integre entre sí y poder formar el pan ciabatta.
And for those of you who are not sure what a ciabatta looks like, I have one here that I prepared yesterday. Oh, sorry, prepared. I mixed the dough yesterday. I baked it this morning. So this is here a ciabatta that I've made, and we're going to show you how to cut this one now.
Y para aquellos de ustedes que no saben cómo se ve un pan ciabatta, Morgan ayer preparó la masa y la horneó, y vamos a ver cómo se ve. Wow, it smells great.
It smells great. So what I have here is this is a dough that I mixed yesterday. I placed into a container and I've just left in the fridge overnight.
Y esta es la masa que preparó Morgan ayer, la puso en un tarro plástico de vidrio y la puso a pasar la noche en la refrigeradora.
So let me catch you up. First thing I did is I mixed the dough with the ingredients.
Lo primero que hizo fue mezclar la harina con los ingredientes.
Then I put it into the container.
Luego lo puso en el frasco o en el contenedor.
I did the fold like we just did before.
Hizo los dobleces.
And then I put this into the fridge overnight.
Y luego lo puso en la refrigeradora por la noche.
But the advantage also with Authentic is you can actually leave this dough outside in the bakery for around 2 hours and it should be also ready to bake.
Y lo bueno es que esto en cualquier panadería se podría tener afuera, en cualquier lugar, por 2 horas y luego simplemente se hornea.
However, I like to take a little bit more time because then I develop more of the flavors and the aromas and the nice dark crust on the outside.
Morgan toma más tiempo porque de esta forma desarrolla más sabor y aroma en el pan que si simplemente lo deja afuera.
All right, so now what I need to do is I'm actually just going to put some flour on the bench here.
Ahorita lo que va a hacer es poner un poco de harina.
Yeah, and now I'm just going to tip this upside down and I'm going to put it onto the bench like this. So because you have oil in the container, I use olive oil inside the container. And you're just going to put it down very gently onto the bench, just like so.
Lo que hizo Morgan fue poner aceite de oliva en el contenedor para que eso le dé el sabor, y entonces ahorita está poniendo harina de base y ahí es como va a estirar la masa.
Then I need to have ready here a tray with the tray here is ready with some flour on top. I also use a cush. If you don't have a cush, it's fine. You can use an old tablecloth or an apron even works.
Morgan ya tiene una bandeja con harina y entonces, ok, y el pan se puede envolver en una tela que está cubierta con harina para dejarlo crecer.
Yeah, and then I'm just going to put some flour on top here and I'm going to start to cut. The advantage with making a ciabatta is you don't actually have to hand shape. So for those of you at home that are not so, I don't know how to hand shape, no problem. This is a fantastic bread for you because you don't actually have to, the less handling, the better.
Este pan no se trabaja tanto a mano, sino que se puede cortar y es muchísimo más fácil para aquellos de ustedes que no les gusta el proceso de hacer a mano.
Okay, so then what you need to do is you need to cut here in the middle, like so.
Cortamos en el centro.
It's important you pull it out and you have that center bit on top. So see, I cut in the middle and I turned it upright. So I now have that cut on the very top of my bread here.
Cortamos en el centro.
Yeah. Then what I do is I'm actually going to lift this up and I'm actually going to put this one face down onto my cush, because when I bake, I turn around and I turn the other way to bake. So that's actually, this is going to be the bottom and the underneath is going to be the top.
Lo levantamos y esto lo ponemos en la tela, donde luego cuando le demos vuelta, este va a ser la base y el otro lado que teníamos ahorita abajo va a ser la parte superior.
Now, at the moment, some people might be having a lot of their kids at home and looking for some sandwich ideas. So here's just a really easy way to make some sandwiches out of the chia butter. All you need to do is you just cut down like this. Very easy.
Para aquellos que están en casa ahorita y están preparando en una merienda saludable, se puede hacer sándwiches, se puede hacer emparedados de diferente tipo. Este es un pan muy bueno para esto.
And I'm just going to cut little pieces like so. And then
cortamos
I can
pequeños
make
pedazos.
some nice little sandwiches. Now, the best thing about the ciabatta here is you actually don't need to use, hold on, sorry, let me wash my hands for a moment. So what the advantage of here of using the, making a ciabatta is this doesn't need to go in a prover. So now we can actually leave this in ambient temperature because I want to leave it till it has a little bit of a crust on the outside. I want it to dry a little bit so it has a nice crust on the outside.
Morgan lo va a dejar afuera para que se seque un poco y tenga una capa bien crujiente.
So there we go. And like I said, I can show you here. We can put some pictures up after, Evelyn. When I bake everything, we post some pictures on Facebook.
Of course. Después de hornear,
Okay,
vamos
so
a poner
perfect.
algunas fotos de los panes de Morgan en nuestras redes para que nos sigan.
So I have here a knife. I'm just going to cut inside this one for you, just to show you what it looks like on the inside.
Just to crave us. Morgan tiene ahí un pan hecho,
Yeah.
entonces lo va a cortar para que podamos ver cómo se ve y veamos la crujencia que tiene y nos antojemos del pan.
So that's the important, and now I can make a nice sandwich out of that for lunch today. All right. So now I'm just going to do a recap of everything that I showed you today. The first thing I talked to you about is refreshing your sourdough. So making sure that you refresh your sourdough every day and you make enough to be able to make the bread that you wish to make.
Ok, lo importante es recordar que de masa madre podemos sacar el pan que queramos sacar.
And the second thing I explained to you was how to combine the flour and the water together. And that was to make a autolyse, which is where you left if you remember, we made an autolyse here and we combined just the flour and the water together. And we left that for 1 hour inside the kitchen or bakery.
Ok, solo agregamos harina y agua.
Then when we mix the dough, we put the dough into a container and we leave this for 2 hours inside the bakery to give it time to grow. So remember, you draw a little line and you watch that your dough doubles.
Y luego alimentamos con el doble de la cantidad para que crezca más, que son 100 gramos.
Then we divided the dough and then we made 2 round pieces, if you remember. We did the pre-shape here that's been resting now for almost 1 hour.
Sí, lo dejamos reposar por 1 hora afuera a temperatura ambiente.
Yeah. And then we made the 2 breads here.
Y hacemos los 2 panes que ustedes ven aquí afuera.
Yeah, and these ones I also leave outside for around 1 hour until they come a little bit nicely up to the top of the bowl.
Los dejamos crecer para luego hacer las formas que queramos hacer.
Yeah, then I place them in the fridge for around 12 hours overnight.
Los dejamos en la refrigeradora un día antes.
Then I take them out and I bake them. We have 7 seconds left on this one. So let's see how this one is going inside here. I can show you.
Luego los horneamos, los sacamos y los horneamos.
So now it's time to take the lid off. Oh, final one of the.
Ahora vamos
You can have a look here.
a sacar el que teníamos en la cacerola.
I'll put it in this one for you as well.
Para que puedan ver cómo sale el que ya el vapor cocinó.
So now I'm going to put this back in the oven. Now I think 10 minutes is a bit too long. I'm going to leave it for around another 5 minutes. I'm going to turn the temperature down a little bit so it doesn't burn. And then I can get a very nice color on the outside.
Ok, ahora lo vamos a meter dentro para ponerle un poco de color. Cree Morgan que 10 minutos es mucho, entonces lo voy a poner como 5 minutos para que tome un poco más de color.
And I heard some people, what they do is they actually turn the oven off and they leave it inside the oven for quite a bit of time, and it gives a really nice crust on the outside.
Algunas personas simplemente apagan el horno y dejan que el calor termine de cocinar, pero Morgan lo está metiendo por 5 minutos.
So the second one I showed you, if you remember, we talked a little bit about the authentic. Authentic is actually a sourdough from Italy, made from durum flour.
Luego hablamos de authentic, que es una masa madre de Italia.
Yeah, that you use at 4% on your flour weight. So for every 1 kilo, it's 40 grams.
Usamos 4% en cada harina, en 500 gramos de harina fuerte.
Yeah, and then all we needed to use was the flour, the authentic, some salt, and the water.
Solo usamos harina authentic, harina 500 gramos, 10 gramos de sal, 20 gramos de authentic y 375 de agua.
And we mixed all those together and we put them inside here in a dough.
Lo mezclamos todo junto y lo ponemos en un tazón.
And now I'm going to keep this one in the fridge. I put this one into the fridge here. And then, like I said,
Esto se mete en la refrigeradora.
Yeah, and I'm able to
y lo va a
divide it
sacar
just
mañana.
like this one. Yeah.
Y lo voy a
And now I'm
dividir
going to
como
leave this in the
este.
bakery. And as soon as this bread is finished, I'm actually going to start baking the ciabatta, and we'll post some pictures for you on the Facebook when it's ready.
Ok, y va a preparar el ciabatta y nos va a compartir algunas fotos para que ustedes puedan ver cómo queda listo.
So that was, I just want to finish today just to say, look, I really hope everybody is staying safe. Make sure you reach out and connect to any of the Puratos people out there. If you have any problem or any solutions you need, if you need any support, we're really close to you. And I really hope that you're enjoying coming and joining me at home. And I hope that I've been able to bring you a little bit of inspiration today.
Ok, muchísimas gracias a todos. Lo único que esperamos es que estén seguros, que estén en casa y esperamos traerles inspiración. Para aquellos de ustedes que tienen dudas, por favor escríbanos. Siempre queremos estar, aunque tengamos que estar lejos, más cerca de ustedes que nunca. Thank you very much, Morgan. It was great. We hope to see your picture soon.
Welcome.
Gracias a todos.
Enjoy your evening, everybody. Thank you for coming and joining me.